Hello students, good morning. Today we shall next discuss the next part of determinant. I hope last time you understood what I told you about determinants. So I'm sick today. Okay, still then I'm having this video. So today we shall discuss about the determinants. I mean the different characteristics, features or properties of determinants. Okay, the determinants have a few important properties which you must know, because this is a question which always comes in the exam. What are the properties of determinants? Now determinants have 7, 8 or 9 properties. We shall try to discuss at least 5, 6 today. Okay, so what are the properties of a determinant? Now as you see here, I have written, though in small letters, please see it properly. The first property of determinant is exchange of rows and columns. Now the first property says, if you exchange the rows and columns of a matrix, the determinant value will remain constant. Okay, that is, if you interchange the rows and columns of a matrix, then also the determinant value will always remain constant. That is, you make the rows columns, you make the columns rows, whatever change you want to do, you can do. And if you do like this, if you exchange the rows and columns, the determinant will remain same. Let us take an example. Let's say I take a small second order matrix. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me exchange the rows into columns. Now this matrix determinant will be how much? This will be 4 minus 6 is equal to minus 2. Is not it? Now if I exchange the rows and columns, let's say I will write like this: 1, 2 and 3, 4. Then what will be the determinant? You see, 4 minus, again 4 minus 6 is equal to minus 2. Okay. So if we exchange the rows and columns of a matrix, the determinant will remain constant. It will not change. Hello. First property clear. Come to second property. Exchange of 2 rows and columns. Now if we exchange 2 rows and columns of a matrix, any 2 rows or any 2 columns, if we exchange, then the determinant value will remain same, but simply you will have the opposite sign. Okay. Now let's say we have a determinant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 8, 6. Okay. Let's say its determinant. Let's say its determinant is 6. I don't know how much. I have not found out. Let's say it's 6. Now if you go to exchange any 2 rows or any 2 columns of the matrix, let's exchange it. Any 2 rows or any 2 columns. Let's say I will exchange these 2 rows into 2 columns. 1, 2, 3. Then 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then this is, let's say, third column, 9, 8, 6. I have changed 2 columns. Only 2 columns, not 3 columns, only 2 columns. Or you can change 2 rows also. Whatever the case is, the answer will be, here a determinant will be simply 6, same, but we will have the negative sign, because this is positive, so this will have the opposite sign, that it will have minus 6. So if any 2 rows or any 2 columns of a matrix is interchanged, then what happens? The value of the determinant remains same, but only it will have the opposite sign. The sign will change, the algebraic sign will change. If it is plus 6, that will be minus 6. If it is minus 6, that will be plus 6. Okay. So second, is it clear? I hope it's clear. Now come to the third. If any 2 row or column consist of zeros, if any row or column consist of zeros. Let's say in a matrix, any row, elements of any row, all the elements of any row or all the elements of any column consist of zeros. What will be the result of the determinant? Take the example of, let's say, matrix A is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 0, 0, 0. You see the first row, the second row, they are numericals, but the third row consists of only zeros. Or you can also say, let's say, another matrix, we can say another matrix 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Here one column is also 0. Here one row is 0, one column is 0. So what will be the determinant value in this case? If there is any row or any column which consists of zeros, then the determinant will be, here the determinant will be 0, here the determinant will also be 0. Okay, any row or any column if consists of zeros, the value of the determinant will also be 0. Coming to the fourth one, if any two rows or columns are identical. Now it may so happen that in a matrix, two rows or two columns are identical. That is, they might have similar elements in two rows or two columns. Now in that case also, what will happen? Take the example, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Now in this matrix, you see column 1 is 1, 2, 3 and column 3 also is 1, 2, 3. Both the columns are identical. Both the columns have equal or just identical numbers in their columns. So here, as column 1 and column 3, they are same. Or you can write like this also. You can have another matrix. Let's say 5, 6, 7, 4, 3, 2 and 5, 6, 7. Here you see this row and this row, these two rows are equal. Is not it? Here this column and this column, they are equal. Therefore in these two cases, when the rows or columns, two rows or two columns are equal, then the determinant also will be 0. Here A determinant is equal to 0. Here A determinant will also be 0. Okay? If any two rows or columns, they are equal, then they are identical or equal, then the value of the determinant becomes 0. Okay? Next, coming to number 5. If any row or column is multiplied by k, then the determinant is also multiplied by k. This is very simple. If any row or any column of a matrix is multiplied by a constant k, then what happens? The value of the determinant will also be multiplied by that constant. Let us take an example. Let's say A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? Now, let's find out the determinant here. A determinant will be equal to, let's say 1, 5, 6, 8, 9, then minus 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, then plus 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 is equal to 45 minus 848 minus 2 36 minus 42 plus 3 32 minus 35. That is equal to 45 minus 48 minus 3 minus 2 into minus 6 plus 3 into minus 3. That is equal to minus 3. This is minus 2 into minus 6. Minus 12 plus minus 9. That is minus 15 minus 9. That is minus 24. Okay. Now what we will do? We will simply multiply a fixed constant k with either of the elements. Let's say we'll just multiply 5 with all these with the first row. So now we get a new matrix. We multiply 5 with the first row. So 1 into 5, that is 5, 10, 15, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9. Now we get a new matrix here. How we got it? We multiplied a fixed constant 5 with one of the rows or columns, anything you can do. I have multiplied 5 as a constant with the first elements of the first row. So accordingly, I have a new matrix. Now if I find out the determinant of that matrix, let's see how much it will be. A is equal to 5, 5, 6, 8, 9 minus 10, 4, 6, 7, 9, then plus 15, 4, 5, 7, 8 is equal to 5 into 40 minus 848, then minus 10 936 minus 742, then plus 15 into 832 minus 35. That becomes 5 into 5 into 48 minus 3 minus 10 into minus 6, then plus 15 into minus 3. Now you see here we have done a little bit mistake here. Minus 3, minus 2 and minus 6 is plus 12. This is plus 12. Okay. You see minus 6 into minus 2 is plus 12. So minus 3 plus 12 plus minus 9. This is 9 is equal to minus 12 plus 12 is equal to 0. Oh, it has become 0. Okay. The problem becomes here. Okay. So this 5, then 10 is this, then 15 into minus 3. That comes to minus 15 minus 10 into 6 plus 60, then plus 15 minus 3, that is minus 45 is equal to minus 45, minus 60 plus 60 is equal to 0. So now because this result is 0, 0 into 5 is also 0. So therefore if we could have this would have been 2, then because we have multiplied 5 as the constant, so this would have been 10. So my intention is to tell you that if you simply multiply a constant number with any row or any column, with all the elements of the same row or column, a fixed quantity, a fixed number, then the determinant of the changed matrix will be that time of the original A. Suppose this here, or I can say here A determinant will be equal to 5 into A determinant, because I have multiplied 5 with this first row. as I have multiplied 5 with the first row, all the elements of first row, so whatever determinant A will have, the next determinant or the matrix of the next determinant will be 5 times of A determinant, and that will be multiplied by 5 the determinant. You can just practice in your own house. You take your own examples and you see whether the fifth property stands good or not. If any row or column is multiplied by k means a constant, a scalar number, then the determinant is also multiplied by k, or the determinant that you find there will also be multiplied by the same constant. Therefore, this is the fifth property of determinant. So these are the 5 properties: exchange of rows and columns, exchange of 2 rows and columns, if any row or column consists of zeros, if any 2 rows or columns are identical, then lastly, if any row or column multiplied by k, then the determinant will also be multiplied by the same k or the same constant. Okay, so next time we shall discuss another 3 or 4 properties that we have. We shall discuss next time. So please keep on watching me in the videos. This is how I will complete your course, because I have been given this part of your book, that is unit 4. So this consists of the matrix, determinant, then next time we will come to Cramer's rule, inverse of matrix, then all these whatever we have, we shall complete that one by one. Please do keep watching and tell your friends to watch the videos till the last to get, and also you read the books, because this is not the total thing that I am going to do. You have to read the books, get yourself clarified. In case of doubt, you can ask me over telephone or over message. Okay, thank you for watching.